Hi everyone, I'm Selena Pompiani for Penn's TV here at North Hills Middle School today to honor and surprise 6th grade STEM teacher Anthony Burns. It's truly an incredible honor and we are here to surprise him.
Hi Anthony, this is Brian Doolin from the Pittsburgh Penguins. I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that you are the winner of this month's Most Valuable Teacher program presented by SAP.
Thank you for being here with us, Anthony, and congratulations on being selected as a recent NHL Most Valuable Teacher for the month of January in 2021. It was so cool to see that happen, and I was curious if you could just walk us through what it was like whenever you received that visit from the Penguins at your school.
Overall, it was a very surreal experience. I was completely surprised by it. I think I went into it at the beginning of the month, like confident that I had a shot, but you kind of go through some of those profiles and see how many great teachers there are that you're up against. And it really ended up catching me off guard a bit. But by sheer luck, I had stopped down and talked to my principal the day before and wanted to set up just a meeting with him to go through some curriculum things. So he was like, yeah, stop up the next day at lunch. We can go outside. We can scout some areas where you can do these activities. So we walk upstairs and we get to the lobby, see a crowd outside, kind of like, that's a little strange. When I got outside, the first thing that really made it sink in was seeing, that 6-foot-tall Penguins mascot out there. And they let me play a video. That video had a message from Brian Dumoulin, who's a defenseman for the Penguins, just saying congratulations on being selected, thanking me for the work that I do and that teachers do. He sent along an autographed jersey, which was awesome. I think he actually kind of crossed off one of my unknown bucket list items, which was to, get a giant check at some point in my life. So that was pretty cool. So SAP, one of the sponsors, made a very large donation to the school to be able to purchase new technology for the classroom. It was very, very memorable. So thank you to everybody that was involved in that process and just making it possible.
I love to hear that that's a bucket list item. I think that's a dream of everyone, is getting a giant check passed to them at some point in their life. It sounds like you're just running a really awesome STEAM program at your school. And I'm curious what you and your students have been working on this year.
So this is actually the first year that the 6th grade has had a STEAM program because we just moved up to the middle school. Before that, I was teaching math and science, and I use Hockey Scholar in some of those lessons to review things. But this year I've been able to have kind of a clean slate, really develop my own curriculum. And because of that, I wanted to make sure that we had activities that were current, that inspired the students. And I know personally, I have been mesmerized by the advancements and things like reusable rockets and looking at the accomplishments that NASA has been able to, what feels like monthly, achieve. So I ended up developing a curriculum based on Mission to Mars, and the entire set of lessons is all kind of space-based. The students are applying things like the scientific method, the engineering design process in order to build and test rockets, create space elevators, to program Lego rovers, and we just do a bunch of different hands-on problem-based activities. So it's been a lot of fun, and on top of that, I'm able to very quickly make those connections back to what's going on currently, because just the other day in class we had, let's stop everybody, this video just came out of Perseverance landing on Mars, and we get to actually see the video footage of it, and it just connects everything back together.
Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars.
I know sometimes the students are like, how are we possibly going to connect these two things today? But it's been really great to incorporate it in and for them to see that it's not being taught just in isolation. It's not just concepts based on space. These same things can be applied across various other fields.
I was curious if your students, do they have any reactions to the different STEM careers that are available through like the Hockey Scholar program?
I think hands down, the number one that always comes up is the ice technician. They absolutely love the idea of, one, just having control of the surface of the ice, making it playable for the players. But I think the idea of just being on a Zamboni and being able to drive around really inspires a lot of them. So yeah, there's a lot of different, obviously, career fields that are STEM related in hockey, but that one really seems to stand out to them.
This has been a very unique and challenging school year in a lot of ways, to say the least. And luckily we got to disrupt your school day in kind of a fun, exciting way recently, but there's been a lot of other disruptions, I imagine. But with all of that going on, is there anything that has been kind of just standing out to you as a silver lining, like something that's making you excited or bringing you joy during this challenging school year?
It's definitely been a challenge for sure. But when we do have those students in class, like getting that personal time to actually bond with a student, seeing the eureka moments, it's one of the best feelings as a teacher. So if nothing else, I think now when I see it happening, you really take a moment to soak it in and kind of feel like, that student is at that point right now of, just a little bit more of enlightenment, and they're experiencing something that they maybe didn't get that connection before, and you're a part of that. So it's really great. And even just the idea of, technology has been tough as well, but we've all been able to adapt. Parents, students, teachers, everybody has done a great job at incorporating technology into their instruction in some way. And I think when it's all said and done, that's going to be incredibly beneficial to us, and it's going to help us out in the future.
I just want to say again, thank you so much for giving us your time today. We are super excited that you're going to be getting some new equipment for your STEAM lab. Really excited to see what you end up doing with all of that in the future. So we'll be in touch. Is there anything else you wanted to add before we wrap up officially?
No, so just one final thank you to everyone at EverFi, NHL, Brian Dumoulin, my community. I couldn't have done it without the school community. So thank you so much for this opportunity. It's been a very memorable, once in a lifetime kind of opportunity.
Bring STEM and sports to life in your classroom with Future Goals Hockey Scholar at everfi.com/new teacher.